Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm taking my absolute best gear into low roller Goblin Caves, which I know sounds like bullying, but I think high roller has like a huge teaming issue right now, and everyone just kind of wants to extract. And if you ever try to fight, like most of the lobby will team up on you. At least this has been my experience. It's rough. It's really hard to get like good 1v1s. But anyway, I took this gear into low roller and absolutely stomped. And I think Warlock is a class that just destroys low roller. I mean, I've probably played like 25 games without losing, because when you outgear people as a Warlock, you're healing so much, you have range damage, and you're actually a pretty damn strong melee class. And you just have the tools to just deal with everything, and it's just a really hard class to beat. You know, other classes, like if you're playing a mage, you can actually die to a ranger getting shot in the head from a white longbow, you know? If you're playing a fighter, you can die to a naked mage. I don't think Warlock really dies like that. It's a class that just is very, very powerful. So real quick, let's start really quickly by talking about the passives. So running Torture Mastery, Curse Mastery, Vampirism, and Malice. This is just going to give a lot of healing, a lot of damage, a lot of survivability, all that stuff. And then I'm playing Phantasm over Blow of Corruption. The reason for that is because I think Phantasm is generally better for, like, even fights, right? Like, Blow of Corruption feels really strong when you outgear people. You know, you just kind of, like, one-tap them with BOC. But, like, if you're fighting a geared barbarian, you never want to be in melee with them. If you're fighting even a geared fighter, you really don't want to be in melee with them. And a lot of times, your lose condition is them getting on top of you. And Phantasm is how you escape those situations. Blow of Corruption feels to me like more of a win more spell. I much prefer Phantasm when geared. These are the spells I ran for most of the video. So Power of Sacrifice, Curse of Pain, of course. Bolt of Darkness, of course. Eldritch Shield. I think everyone's playing Eldritch Shield now. The only weird thing is I'm playing Flamewalker instead of Summon Hydra. Excuse me. But I think probably Summon Hydra is better. I like Flamewalker because, like, in these, when you're fighting scrubs, basically, I think Flamewalker is better. It gives you more utility. You're harder to run down. You can do some funky stuff with it. But I think in general, Summon Hydra is probably better. But in this video, I was just testing out Flamewalker. But now let's get to the gear. The gear is wild. I'll start with my spellbook because it's ridiculous. This is like absolute best blue spellbook. 3 magic damage, 3 magical healing. This is absurd. Necklace is okay. 1 agility, 1 strength, 1 magical healing. I mean, it's nothing to complain about, but it's not amazing. Shadow Mask is Biss with 1 magical healing, plus 2 all, and 2 true magical damage. Ridiculous. Oracle Robe is also really good. So I think movement speed is like one of the most important things with Warlock. That's why I'm playing Shadow Hood, or Shadow Mask rather, is because it doesn't have a movement speed penalty and you get 2 agility. So it ends up being a lot more movement speed than other helmets. And the thing about Oracle Robe and Mystic Vestments, they have the built-in knowledge or will, and they only have a 5 movement speed penalty. So I really like these items. So my Oracle Robe has 2 magical healing and 1.5 move speed, which is amazing. I would consider this Biss. My gloves are not very Biss. They're Riveteds, which I think there's an argument between Riveteds and leather gloves. I think both are good. Leather gloves might be slightly better, but I'm okay with Riveteds. Mine have magical healing, max health, and resourcefulness. Not the best stats, but, you know, that's a solid item. My heavy leather leggings, so I definitely prefer loose trousers, but I don't think heavy leather leggings are terrible, and also mine are really, really good, right? 3 magical damage, 2 magical healing, and 3.6 physical damage. So these are good. I would prefer to have those stats on loose leather leggings, but good enough. My cape is absolute Biss. Max armor roll, max will roll, plus 1 all, and 1 true magical damage. This is pretty much like as good as it's going to get with capes. Boots are decent. There's an argument between Occultist Boots and Lightfoots. Basically, Occultist Boots give you more damage and spellcasting speed, but Lightfoots give you slightly more mobility. I think both are viable. I would go between the two of them. I wouldn't necessarily only play Lightfoots or only play Occultists. I think both are good. But these have agility on them for additional movement speed, attack speed, all that stuff. Magical healing, which is obviously really good, and physical healing, which is not very good, but hey, it's not nothing, right? My ring, 1 will, 1 magical power, or 1 will, 3 magical power, 1 magical healing. This is very solid. I think on rings, like, obviously you'd really prefer to have all stat. You'd really prefer to have magical healing, which, like, this one doesn't. My rings are decent, though. You can see my magical power is all the way up to 63%, which is a massive multiplier. And, yeah, I mean, overall, I think my gear is pretty decent. Oh, the halberd is a 51 plus 2, so 53 damage halberd, which is a lot of freaking damage. And, yeah, I think overall, the gear is pretty good. It could be slightly better, but this is like damn near Biss, right? I mean, I don't have oranges or anything, but this is pretty damn good gear. I'm not gonna lie. And you're gonna see in these clips, like, most of the fights, it is helpless for the enemy. Like, there's just nothing they can do. But anyway, enough of me blabbering about my build. Let's go check out some of the clips. So this first fight, I found this fighter, and this was before I had, like, Gig Abyss. This is actually one of the fights that really, like, got the ball rolling, you know? And I think, like, you'll know, like, this is something I changed my mentality about recently. Like, I just send it now with good gear. And this is kind of what allows you to get the snowball rolling. So you can see, you know, I'm pushing him with Hydra. He feels like he has to push me. And, like, this is where the movement speed comes in, right? Like, I'm literally just running away and just hitting him with spells. And, like, what is he supposed to do? I bump into the wall here and end up getting hit, but, like, you know, he goes down, and look at this gear, you know, a bunch of blues and rings and the full, you know, cape, everything. And I ended up selling, like, that rogue chuck piece in his inventory for quite a bit of gold. But, like, you can see how, like, kiting is just so oppressive. And then here, like, this is me in, like, actual this. Like, I hit one spell. Watch this. One hit in the arm, and he's dead. It's literally, like, it is so hard to deal with the gear Warlock. Like, this guy hit him one curse, two curses. He's on the run. He's sprinting away. He has the second wind. And here, like, I have Phantasm. So even if he gets on top of me, he can't do anything. I might have given him too much space here. I maybe should have pushed him. But I pushed him now. And we just kind of take it slow. You know, I'm full health. He's probably at like 70, 60%. Because of the second wind and everything. And then just 1, 2. And he dies to the dot. Like, you guys see how hard this is to deal with? And, like, this is the thing, too. Like, I'm pretty healthy still, despite that whole fight happening, because I'm constantly healing. So this ranger shows up, tag once, look at my health. And then just melee him. Bam. I'm telling you, like, this class is crazy when you outgear people. Like, it's just so hard for them to deal with you. And this clip, oh yeah, I heard this guy down here, this ranger. And again, this is where movement speed and everything comes in, right? You just can't get away from me. I just face tanked that arrow. I thought I could hit him if I face tanked, but I was wrong. But it's all good, just tag him again. And my dot ticks are hitting really hard. Like, I've gotten to the point where they're ticking for 2 on the training dummy. So they're doing, it's like 16 total damage just from the dot. And then here, like, I find this bard, and again, like, you know, it just kind of keeps going back to that theme of, like, what can they even do? And, like, you know, other classes, I think they can get picked off, you know, they can be in bad spots. But I got, like, Phantasm, like, I'm never in a bad spot. Just hitting everything, and down he goes. This fighter was being annoying. He had a portal, so he just runs for it. And this barbarian finds me. Managed to get 2 casts on him already. Like, you see how, like, I hope that you guys are seeing how important movement speed is. Like, what can he even do? I Flame Walker here because he's being a little bit aggressive. And down he goes. Another one bites the dust. Oh, this fight was crazy. I had so many mobs on me. So I had, you know, I was putting my curses on everything. So Power of Sacrifice lasts longer than Curse of Pain, by the way. So I had the Power of Sacrifice on a bunch of mobs. And, like, look, like, he even hits me, and, like, I'm just straight back to full. I get hit by the ranged mob. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. When they initially removed, oh, and look at the headshot. The clean. When they initially, like, nerfed, like, the magic healing, removed it on gear, like, Warlock felt pretty weak. But I think, like, it's back to feeling, I think 50% nerf to the magical healing was actually kind of fair. I still think it's pretty strong. Here, I fuck up the jump and I fall. And he chases me. And you're gonna see, like, you know, it's a similar theme again, right? Just run away and cast on him. Power of Sacrifice as well, just to fully heal up and everything. You got to be careful with Power of Sacrifice because it does give them 15 strength. So you have to be careful about it. You know, you don't let them melee you while it's running. And, like, I still have Phantasm, so, like, even if he can get on top of me, I'm still... This is the case where I use Phantasm. So I tag him once, I Phantasm, he hits me after it's up, which is goofy. I think Bard is really scary, though, because look at, this is a naked Bard with no boots, and he's as fast as I am in Phantasm. That's horrifying, right? But we just finish him off with the halberd, right? Because we can out melee most classes and outrange. And here, like, you see against this ranger, like, you know, you just kind of win the range fight when you outgear that. Like, it's so hard to deal with close. Yeah, he hit me once, I hit him once. I'm full health, and he's probably like 60%. I missed one of the halberd swings. It's awkward. I do have Prot Shrine for that fight. Here, this is the same clip, but there's a rogue who came for me while I was looting. And actually, so wait, listen to the sound, because I actually made a big mistake. And if you listen in just a moment, you'll hear what it was. I'm waiting out his stealth here. Just kind of, you know, okay, his stealth's over. We can push him. Now listen. Okay, so he dropped a bunch of stuff, so keep that in mind. Right? And you could hear it was like jewelry. So here I'm chasing around, and I can't catch him because he's slightly faster than me. So I just decided to push him off the pillar by covering the pillar in fire with Flame Walker. Obviously, Pet is like better here, though, right? Like a Pet would do the exact same thing, but slightly better. Pet is scary though because it when it hits you, it fucking hurts. Here I decide to take the stairs, you know, just make sure that he can't get up, make sure that he's stuck down here, and then manage to get him finally. But yeah, I mean, that's the video. But you guys can tell like how oppressive this is. Oh, I don't show the clip, but when I loot, so there's a dead ranger there too, and that ranger had like a cape and a bunch of gear, but all of his other shit wasn't there. And I realized watching the clip back, the rogue dropped it on the ground, so I couldn't have it. So anyway, I know this is kind of like stompy or whatever, but I think it's fucking hilarious. I think Block is amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.